In this episode, Sarasota Cars and Coffee, the new Royce Spectre, and time for a new dipstick. Welcome to episode 283 of the We Are Auto Show. What's up, Derek?
Mr. Michael Rao, what's new?
I've been doing some iRacing.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. I'm currently in the midst of just simply trying to get my safety rating up because I'm trying to get license promotions, right? Because I get a bit competitive at times, which means that my safety rating has sometimes gone downwards. So I'm just trying to get license promotions so my safety ratings go up. So I have understood how to do that correctly.
Yeah?
Not qualify. Start from the very back. Let the race go green. Pause a second. Ponder life. Have a cup of tea. Pet my dog. Let everyone simply drive away. And then, when the inevitable giant crash happens into turn one, because everyone's on cold tires and everyone just forgets what's going on, I'll just drive around them.
Isn't it easy?
Honestly, I started P12 and it finished like P4 or 5 the other day. Just because I turned one at Lime Rock and everyone was just, there was one car upside down, 3 cars off the side. Okay, I'll just drive around you guys. And ended the race with 0 incidents.
I'm impressed.
0x.
You're starting to learn racecraft.
Patience is what I'm trying to learn here.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not very good at patience.
Surprisingly, that will get you a really, really long way in a race car.
Yeah, it's just patience because I'm realizing for a while there, my mentality was just push, send, every corner,
right.
Die, kill, all of them. And now I'm realizing, no, just let him make a mistake. It's okay. Just drive around him. It's fine.
To finish first you must finish.
Yes.
And there are a lot of people that don't finish races.
There are, yeah.
A lot of people. So, yeah. I have that same approach a lot of the times, too. Even the most recent race that I did that I won, started 8th, didn't qualify, went all the way to the front, and, won it easily.
Yep.
It's surprising. Patience will get you a long way in that game.
Yes, it will. And this past weekend, for those of us that are not patient waiting for car events, there was a car event, well, I guess a week and a half ago. There was Sarasota Cars and Coffee.
Yep.
October 2023. Was a decent showing. The weather was beautiful.
Which means we got the October festivities of Halloween.
Yes, everyone brought out their decorated Halloween cars like this Jeep.
That's cool.
With a skeleton on the front.
I like when they do these kind of festivities things. It's neat.
I do too. It's good.
Here's another one.
A Porsche Boxster with a roof rack with a coffin and a skeleton coming out of the coffin. That's good. I like that. That's cool. That's awesome.
That's so cool. It's
got character.
Yeah, I love it when people do those kind of things. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure next month it won't have that on there and it'll be just normal Boxster. That's fine.
No, it'll probably be something Thanksgiving themed.
Oh, you think so? Or will they do a Christmas tree? And
They actually did a Christmas tree last year. I remember this car.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's cool. That is neat. This was cool to see.
I want to get this sticker.
This was on this little Ford Fiesta ST. Yep. And this was, what would Jeremy Clarkson do?
And it's a picture of his face.
Smug. Jeremy.
I need that sticker.
That's pretty cool.
I love that so much.
Really fits in at the car show.
Jezza!
Yep. And that I kind of want one of those.
That's
too.
One of my favorite new stickers. What would Jeremy Clarkson do?
That's a good one.
I kind of need one.
You know what he would do though? More power. Power.
Yes.
Yeah, a classic. There were some good BMWs there.
There were, and I was nerding out on them.
Yes, you were.
Yes.
Tell me about these.
We have an E46 M3 on the right in white, and we have an E92 M3 on the left in orange.
Slightly different generations. Only one generation different?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, that is the iteration after each other. So one has an inline 6, one has a V8.
Which one has the V8?
The orange one, the E92.
Okay.
And we've talked about this before, but I'm convinced that my next car that I enjoy driving, that I will be buying, is a 4-door version of that orange car, of the E92, the E90 M3.
You've said it for a long time. I think you're going to make it happen.
It's going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
Not right now. I'm waiting on my son to be born before I spend money, as you could probably imagine. But I love that car so much. And the white E46 is a beaut. That's like, to me, those are like peak M3.
Yes.
I feel like almost every M3 after those two is just shit.
I do agree with that. I think that the white one is... Which one would be more fun to drive? Which one's a more pure experience, I should ask?
Well, I'd say those are the last two pure experiences.
Okay.
Because inline six, that they both have a high red line. That's the cool thing about those cars. Both of those cars, they have a red line over $8,000.
Dang.
So the inline six and that E46, I haven't driven an E46 M3. I have driven an E92 M3. I can tell you from experience, the E92, that is a racket of a thing to drive.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, they look fun. I think the white one, to my eye, looks like it'd be more pure because it doesn't have as long of a hood. But I don't know.
They're both fantastic. I would love to have one of each in my garage if I could.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Those are cool spots.
Yep.
So there's also this there.
Yeah, the Nismo GTR. Not just a GTR, but the Nismo GTR.
Yeah.
Which means that is ridiculously expensive for what it is.
Yes, it is.
I think that's like a $200,000 GTR.
That's a lot for a GTR, but I'm sure that those are rare. Like
they are rare, but it's GTR.
Do you think it'll resell well in the future? That's one of those weird
How
cars.
far in the future are you talking?
10
a
years.
year or 10 years or 20 years or 30 years?
10. 10's that weird area.
10, it could go either way. 20, 30 years, I think it'll appreciate. But 10 years, I'm not sure.
In like 1 year?
No.
Yeah, that's an odd car. Cool.
Yeah.
Neat as far as like the JDM world goes. It's awesome. But
It's cool to see the Nismo variant of it because you don't usually see the Nismo variant.
Right. You do
Pretty
see
cool.
a decent number of GTRs around here. But let's move on to my car. Not quite my car, but close. A newer version of my car.
What color is that painted in?
Blue.
What color blue?
The same as the Porta Potty.
So it's not World Rally blue. It's Porta Potty blue.
It is Porta Potty blue.
That literally blends in.
It does. Although I do like what they've done with the red accents and the red brake calipers as well.
Those are big brake calipers.
They're big. They're big Brembos. I don't think that car needs big Brembos.
That's my question is, with the amount of power that creates, does it need brakes that big to stop it?
Unless they had done a lot of power to the engine. No. Which, there was an exhaust on it, so we don't exactly know how much power has been done there.
I just feel like that's overkill of brake for that car.
I would agree.
I bet you it stops on a dime.
Yeah.
I bet you just...
Yeah.
It just instantaneously becomes stationary.
Yeah.
You may stop slower by hitting a tree.
Could be. Fun
little car, though.
Yeah. And I want those accents. I kind of want those accents. Those looks pretty good. I'm a fan. This was interesting.
I think this is one of the coolest of that body style Mustang.
What is this?
SVT Cobra.
Okay.
But more specifically, that paint.
There's two tones there.
Well, it's many tones.
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
not two. It's like all of the tones.
You're right.
It's a color called Mistachrome.
Mistachrome.
Yes. So, fun fact about this color. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. So the 96 Mystic, which is what we see here, used the same dyes in the paint that the Federal Reserve used to print money. So for a while, the paint on that car was a controlled item.
Whoa.
After that, many years, it's been reformulated to not be a controlled item. But that's really cool.
It's the same dye.
That was used in money.
That's really cool.
That's a really interesting fact.
That's an oddity.
Yeah.
For sure. But
Really
yeah,
cool.
it's kind of cool.
And I think that's just gorgeous.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I think about that. I don't know about
Because
gorgeous.
it's stock, I think it's gorgeous. If you put that on your car, it's hideous.
Oh, certainly.
If you put that on a Corolla, it's hideous.
Yeah.
But because it's a stock color, it's just really cool.
Yeah. It's definitely unique. I don't think I've ever seen one. To be
Probably
honest.
not.
Yeah.
No, they're really neat.
Pretty rare.
And the
Cool
wheels
stuff.
work so good on that car.
What is this?
Speaking of colors, it's hard to actually see what this color is with the sun.
Yeah.
It is a Porsche 992 Cabriolet. Well, Carrera 4 GTS Cabriolet, pardon me. In a special color. Paint to sample. Mint.
Mint.
Mint is the name of the color.
Okay.
Except, I think where this car goes wrong is the interior. Mint should be paired with the black interior, not chalk, not gray.
No, not gray.
That's the wrong color interior.
I would agree.
That interior makes this a girl car.
Yes.
If it was a black interior, it'd be a dude's car.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
The wheels are good. The black wheels.
Well, that's fine.
Red brakes, that's fine. Yep.
But that interior ruins it.
It's a neat color for sure, but definitely even with black interior, I can still see girls like loving that color.
Yeah.
It was cool. Mm-hmm. This is also cool. A Ferrari.
Yes, the Ferrari F8 Tributo. Now, what's interesting about this is the wheels.
Aha. I don't know that I have really good photo. I don't think I have a super close-up photo of the wheels.
You're not able to zoom in at all?
Maybe a little bit here. Let me give it a whirl.
Ooh, here we go.
Maybe it'll focus.
It'll focus. I have faith. Look at that. So, those wheels. What kind of wheel is that?
Carbon. Very carbon.
Would you like to curb one of those?
No, but it kind of looks like there might be a little bit on the top there. A teeny bit of curbing.
Something happening, yeah.
They're definitely... Do you think that these work on this car?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it, though.
No?
I think they're cool, but for me, carbon fiber wheels just never do it.
Why?
I don't know.
Like, what about a carbon fiber wheel?
There's just something that's just meh for me.
I think the white with the trickle array, with the red brakes, all that, fantastic. I even think the carbon wheels look really good on this, but I'm with you. I don't think I would want them.
Yeah, I would never buy them.
It's too dangerous.
Because you got, what, $20,000 worth of wheel?
Yeah.
Because carbon wheels are, how would you describe them as cheap? No?
Opposite.
Okay. So, very uncheap, right?
Yes.
And a pain in the ass to mount tires on them, because I bet you anytime you go to any tire shop, though, they wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole because they'd be so scared to touch it.
Yeah.
Don't breathe on it, right? And actually, I have a beef about the F8 Tributo. I saw one drive past me a couple weeks ago. It didn't even make a noise.
Ooh. Okay.
Like, I couldn't distinguish it from the Camry that it was beside.
Mm.
It was only because I literally saw it that I knew it was there.
That's not good.
Sorry, it's a Ferrari. It's a mid-engine Ferrari. It needs to go by going, Rah!
It needs to sing.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to... Yeah. It needs to keep up with Lambos. Yeah. But in its own Italian flair.
Yeah, that's my beef, is I saw one a couple weeks ago, and the fact that it didn't even make a noise, if I didn't see it, I wouldn't have even known it was there. Yeah, not good.
It is a pretty car, though.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the looks of those.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous car.
Yes. So,
I think our pictures have died.
I think they might have.
That's okay. Because we can continue with some car spots. Because
yes.
I shall begin.
Okay.
All right. So my car spot of the week goes to a new car that hasn't really been properly released to the public yet. It is the new Royce Spectre. I saw one in the flesh.
You saw a Spectre.
I saw a Rolls-Royce Spectre. Yes.
We had just talked about these
a few weeks ago.
A month ago?
Yeah.
Huh.
This is the new electric Rolls-Royce.
Yeah.
The all-electric one that we both kind of went, huh?
Was this the one
weird
where you had to own the vineyard as well?
No, that's a different one.
Okay.
No,
there was one of those.
There was, but that's not the same one.
Okay.
This just so happens to be pictured near vineyards.
Gotcha.
As well. Gotcha. But yeah, this was... I saw this in traffic, and I saw it coming up behind me, and I kind of... The front end of that Rolls looks different. There's something different about it.
Yeah.
And then when it went around me, at very un-Rolls-Royce-like speeds at like Mach 2... it had on the side Rolls. It was obviously their like marketing car. On the side, Rolls-Royce Spectre on the side. And all that.
Oh, was it like big bold font?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was obviously they're trying to show it to people.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, I cannot believe I just saw the new Spectre. It's not even really out yet.
Yeah, that's definitely either a press car or like a touring car to bring around to get the word out.
Neat thing. It's don't really like the fact that it's all electric stuff, but I mean, this article states that it speculates it'll go 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds. It was quick.
Yeah.
It's an electric car.
It's
What do you expect?
right. I'm sure it's super fast.
It actually, I think it looks better than the Ghost.
I'm not opposed to the look.
It looks in person. It looks better than the Ghost.
Okay.
I will say a couple specs. It makes 577 horsepower, 666 or 664 pound-feet of torque. You have a 102 kilowatt-hour battery on it. So
That's big.
Big, beefy battery. It weighs roughly 6,600 pounds.
That's also big.
That's bigger than so many other things.
It's a 3-ton vehicle. It's just a sedan.
Can you imagine? It's only got 2 doors.
Oh,
It's a
Jesus.
coupe.
You're right. Oh, it's 6,000 pounds.
It's nearer to 7,000 than it is 6,000.
That's insane.
It's so
rolls.
expensive. It costs over $420,000.
Jeez Louise.
It's a $500,000 car.
That's crazy.
I saw one in the flesh. I can't believe I saw one.
I can't believe you saw one either, because we had just talked about it on the news section for like
Yeah.
a month ago,
But
like within the past month.
I saw one in real life. Wow! Oh my God! It's obviously like a press or a touring car, but so there's that.
That's cool. So at Cars and Coffee, I spotted this, which is a very neat car that we have not seen a lot of. This is a Plymouth Superbird.
Oh,
Not the Firebird, but a Superbird. And these are fairly rare. You can see the Roadrunner Superbird on the side there. There was a single production year of about 1970. And they made around 2,000 of these, so not a lot. Displacement is around a 7-liter V8. 7 liters?
That's big.
That's massive.
That's a really big V8.
That's insanely big. Making 425 horsepower.
Okay, once again, how do we get only 425 horsepower out of 7 liters of a V8?
No words. No words.
Granted, that's 50 years ago now.
It was in the 70s.
Can you believe 1970 is 50 years ago?
Yeah, it would be.
That's kind of wild.
Still, 7 liters? 7 liters. Come on.
It's a big engine.
Come on, that's huge. We'll make around 425 horsepower and then 490 pound-feet of torque.
That's a good chunk of torque.
It's a good chunk. It had a 4-speed manual or a 3-speed automatic.
Not many
speeds.
gears or speeds there.
No, for an automatic, I would have at least expected 4. That's kind of interesting. And a curb weight of around 3,800 pounds.
Not light either.
Not particularly, not Rolls-Royce heavy, but it's...
Actually, it's almost half the weight of the Rolls Royce.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
He's almost
like
half the
half.
weight.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
It's Lotus.
Sure.
It is a Lotus in comparison to the Rolls Royce.
Sure. But this thing was a cool spot because you got to see, I think it was one of these back in NASCAR in the classic days with like Richard Petty. Mm-hmm. He ran the 43, the blue version of this with that giant wing on it.
Which I believe was the first car to reach like 200 miles an hour, or one of the first to reach 200 miles an
Yeah,
hour.
it could have been. So this was a cool car, and this definitely had some class and presence.
That is one of my favorite of the old muscle cars that's come out.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the old muscle cars that come out, the Superbird, that's top 3 for me.
Yeah, and from what I saw in articles, these are going for, if they were kept in good condition, $100K plus.
Right now. Easily.
Yeah. 100, 200, almost 300,000.
You got to admit, back in the day, that car is hot shit.
Oh, certainly. Yeah. I don't know what the MSRP was back in the day, but I bet you it has definitely appreciated a lot
for
in
sure.
value. So that was a very cool spot. The
Very,
Plymouth
very cool
Superbird.
cool spot.
Yeah. So let's wrap up with I wish they would have. Do you have one?
I do that. I am actually quickly changing up on you here.
Oh, all right.
I wish that the E46 M3 BMW was available in a 4-door sedan.
Really?
Yes, because
It has 5 seats, right?
Yeah.
Barely.
Mm-hmm.
A BRZ has 5 seats,
Okay.
technically.
Would you put a car seat in the back seat?
Nope.
Okay. You've just answered my question.
Technically.
Technically, it has the seats that exist.
Uh-huh.
They have seat belts. They have a headrest. It is a seat. It exists. But I wish the E46 M3 was available in a four-door sedan.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
Because my son will be here soon, and I would like a sporty, fun car that is much easier for me to put him in the back of.
That's not it. That's not the car.
What? Why?
Because it doesn't have back seat or back doors.
That's why I wish it was four doors.
I understand that, but you have to totally change the characteristics of the car to do that.
Kinda, but not really. The E90 was an M3 that wasn't available in four doors.
Yeah.
Remember the orange one? They made that in a four-door version.
Did they really?
Yes. That's why I want it, because they made it in a four-door.
Okay. You got to change up where like the frame mounts to the chassis, all the components for the doors.
I just wish from the get-go they would have made it as well as a four-door sedan.
It would also make it heavier.
Slightly.
Yeah, slightly,
but
it would.
To be honest, the E90 and the E92, so the two-door, four-door variants, are only, I think, within like 20 pounds of each other.
Oh, I thought it'd be more than that.
You know what? I will Google it.
Oh, I thought it'd be like at least like 200, 300 pounds. Because you got to put the window actuators and all the door jibber jabbers.
500 pounds versus
Okay.
3,500 pounds. Yeah. They weigh... Yes. Yep. They both weigh around 35-ish 100 pounds. So the E90, E92, regardless, two-door, four-door, they weigh about the same.
I see where you're going with it. It's a pure car. It's a purist car. It doesn't need four doors.
I wish they made one with four doors.
Okay. All right.
So I could have one and put my son in.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
So do you have an I wish they would have?
I do. But first, I need to tell you a story.
Oh, story time. Let's go.
Yep. Wife went to get the oil changed, and she went to Take 5.
No.
Yeah.
No. Please tell me that didn't happen.
She did. I didn't have any say in this. It was just like, hey, I went to Take 5, got the oil changed. I was like, oh, okay. Well, hopefully that went well. Turns out, didn't go so well.
You don't say.
Didn't go well.
Could we have potentially predicted that?
We could have. Didn't take 5 minutes. Took like 30 minutes.
Oh, of course
The
it
whole Take 5 part didn't really happen. So, but when she went to check the other day, I was like, hey, can you make sure that like Take 5 did your oil right? Just check the oil level, pull the dipstick. She opened up the hood and she's like, am I going crazy? Where do I pull out the dipstick? And I look in the engine bay and sure as shit, the guys at Take 5 had broken the dipstick top off, the part that you pull out, and it is just flat to the engine. And I'm like, oh. Well, it would be right there, but they broke it. They didn't tell her anything.
That's nice.
No.
How many days had it been?
It's probably been a couple weeks now.
So it's probably a little bit too late to go,
yeah,
hey, you guys messed this up.
Yeah. Lesson learned. No Take 5. That's not happening anymore. But now the question becomes, how do I get the dipstick out? Because there's nothing to pull. It's flat, flush. You can't pinch anything. So I think I either need to drill into the plastic and thread something in there and pull it out, or I gotta like
get some super glue or something.
Glue a nut onto the top of it. Something. Some way to pull it out. So if you guys have any ideas, I could probably take like a pick and put it in the side because it's like a kind of malleable plastic. So I think I could like wedge something in there. But a replacement dipstick's not very. It's like $10. It's not hard to find. They're on Amazon. They're cheap. Just kind of shitty service. But leads me to my wish. I wish they would have. Which is, I wish it was harder to break a dipstick.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go Take 5 again, aren't we?
No, probably not. No, she is adamant that she's going to change her own oil next time. I was like, okay, good for you.
That'll do it.
I'll help. No problem. Good for you.
That'll do it.
Yep. So I wish that, you know how the dipstick has the metal rod that goes down? Mm-hmm. I wish it went all the way up to the handle and did the circle so you couldn't break it. Or easily break it.
Yeah, I see. Like your I wish that it was that the metal rod just continued through the plastic. It was just plastic around.
Right, molded around.
Yeah.
Because clearly the plastic sheared off. It was probably heat cycled a billion times. It's sitting next to a hot engine. it's probably a common thing for this to happen, but it was kind of shady that they didn't say anything. You know that they knew that happened.
Oh, easily.
You can't not know that.
If you're an oil guy, tech, what?
But I'm sure that their thought process was, this is the problem for the next mechanic that has to do the oil change.
Yeah.
And then it's my problem.
It's yours.
Because I'm going to have to fix it, yes.
You get to take it.
Uh-huh. It's going to be a fun one. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess there's that. Do you have anything else for episode 2?
I do not.
Okay. It's going to wrap us up then. Thanks so much for watching and listening. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. Let us know, were you at Cars and Coffee? And if you were, what was your favorite car there? And if you're listening on audio only, send us those thoughts via social. Facebook is We Are Auto. Instagram is We Are Auto _. YouTube is We Are Auto. And our website is weareauto.io. So, thanks again. Catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.